Welcome, listeners, to another deep dive on vibrations and manifestations. I'm Alicia.
And I'm Jared. Hello, Alicia, and welcome, everyone.
Hi, Jared.
Today, we're getting into something really powerful, meditation.
Mm-hmm.
And specifically, how it connects really profoundly with manifestation.
Right, you hear these terms thrown around a lot together, don't you? But what's the actual link? How does it work?
Exactly. So our mission today in this dive is to kind of unpack what meditation truly is. Get past the usual ideas.
Yeah, beyond just sitting quietly.
Right. We'll look at its different goals, the science behind it, which is fascinating, by the way.
Oh, it really is.
And crucially, give you some really practical ways to actually bring it into your life.
Because maybe you've tried it.
Right.
And just felt frustrated.
Totally. Or you hear, oh, it's essential for manifestation. But you're left wondering, well, why?
We get it.
Mhm.
So the aim here is clarity. By the end of this, you'll really grasp that connection.
And hopefully feel, empowered to approach meditation without all that pressure. See that's something that actually helps.
Yeah, a support system.
We've even got a little interactive bit planned later on. So get comfy, maybe take a breath, and let's dive in.
Okay, so let's unpack this first thing. Because I think for a lot of us, me included, those first attempts at meditation, they're not exactly Zen.
Huh. Understatement, right?
Yeah. You sit down, you're expecting, calm, and instead, it's like a hurricane in your head. Grocery list, that dumb thing you said last week, what's for dinner?
Oh, the mental checklist?
Yep. And then you think, okay, I'm terrible at this, I'm failing. Does that sound familiar?
It absolutely does.
Well-
And honestly, that's probably the biggest hurdle people hit right at the start.
Right.
But here's the interesting thing. The reframe,
Yeah.
that noisy mind you're describing, that is part of meditation.
Wait, really? The noise is part of it.
Yes. The practice isn't about flipping a switch and turning off your thoughts. That's pretty much impossible for most of us.
Okay, thank goodness.
It's really about noticing those thoughts, seeing them come and go without getting swept away by them. It's about shifting your relationship to your thought.
Shifting your relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Like becoming the observer, watching the thoughts float by like clouds instead of being in the cloud, talked around.
Ah, okay. I like that. The observer.
Exactly. And if we connect this back to manifestation, this shift is fundamental. Think of your mind like a garden.
Okay.
If it's just chaotic, full of weeds, those are like your unconscious doubts, fears, limiting beliefs. You're accidentally planting stuff you don't want.
Mm-hmm. Makes sense.
But meditation, it helps clear the ground. It creates this space, this observant awareness, so you can consciously plant the seeds you do want, your desires, your intentions.
So you're not planting weeds without realizing it.
Precisely. You're
Yeah.
preparing the soil, making it fertile for what you actually want to grow in your life. It's foundational work.
Wow. Okay. That distinction, not an empty mind, but a conscious mind, an observing mind that changes things. It really does. And it highlights something else, too. The goals of meditation aren't just one single thing, right? They're pretty diverse, depending on how you look at it.
Exactly. Different paths, different focuses, but all valuable. From a, let's say, spiritual perspective, a big goal is often connection
Connection
to what people call source, the universe, your higher self. That deeper part of you beyond the everyday ego chatter, it's seen as a doorway.
like opening up to something bigger.
Yeah. Think about teachers like Abraham Hicks. They talk about meditation as the fastest way into the vortex, right? That state of alignment where good things just flow.
Mm-hmm.
Or Eckhart Tolle focusing on the power of now just being present, which meditation helps cultivate. That presence is the connection in a way.
Okay. And then there are the more maybe down-to-earth psychological goals,
Absolutely. The psychological goals are super practical. We're talking emotion regulation.
which we could all use more of.
Right. Reducing stress,
Yeah.
like significantly. Sharpening focus. Thich Nhat Hanh's work is brilliant here. Just simple ways to be mindful day to day.
Catching yourself when you're lost in thought.
Exactly. Noticing you're caught in a story and gently coming back. And clinically, you've got things like John Kabat-Zinn's MBSR mindfulness-based stress reduction. Proven results for well-being.
Okay. So spiritual connection, psychological well-being,
Mhm.
and then the manifestation angle.
And the manifestation goals, yeah. This is all about alignment. Meditation helps create this little buffer, this space between something happening, a stimulus, and how you react.
So you're less reactive.
Less reactive, exactly, which means you can more easily maintain the feeling, the emotional frequency of what you want to manifest. You're not getting constantly knocked off course by old habits or thought patterns.
Ah. So it helps you hold that desired state.
Precisely. Dr. Joe Dispenza talks a lot about this, using meditation to literally break the habit of being yourself and consciously step into a new reality.
Wow.
So again, it all comes back to the goal isn't some mythical empty mind. It's consistently noticing, observing, and gently, patiently returning to presence. That's the work.
That idea of holding the frequency, that really clicks for manifestation. And you mentioned evidence. For those of us who like the solid proof, the science here is pretty mind-blowing, isn't it?
It really is. It's moved way beyond anecdotal. We're talking hard science now.
Okay, let's dig into that. What does the research actually show?
Well, for starters, actual changes in the brain, neuroplasticity. Your brain isn't fixed, it can change.
Right.
Studies like those from Harvard Medical School with Sarah Lazar have shown that regular meditation practice literally thickens the prefrontal cortex.
Which is the part 4.
Focus, attention, decision-making, self-awareness, really important stuff. And at the same time, the amygdala, that's your brain's fear center, the stress hub, it actually shrinks.
Oh, it shrinks.
It shrinks. Think about that for manifestation. Less default fear, less stress response.
Yeah.
You're literally rewiring your brain to be less resistant, more receptive.
That's incredible. So it's not just feeling calmer, your brain is physically changing.
Physically changing. Davidson and Goleman have done tons of work showing how meditation rewires both the brain and the body.
Okay, so brain changes.
Yeah.
What about the rest of the body?
Big impacts there, too. We see reduced cortisol levels, that's the main stress hormone, lower blood pressure, better sleep quality. These aren't small things. Meditation helps shift your whole nervous system towards a calmer state, the parasympathetic rest and digest mode more easily. John Kabat-Zinn's work with MBSR provides loads of evidence for this.
Makes sense. Less stress equals better health generally.
And better conditions for manifestation, arguably. Plus, there's the boost in attention and creativity.
How does that work?
Well, research shows growth in gray matter in brain areas linked to learning, memory, and significantly visualization. So practicing meditation can actually make it easier for you to hold that mental image, that feeling of your desired reality.
Huh. So it literally helps you visualize better.
It seems to strengthen those neural pathways, yeah. And one more really cool thing, the default mode network. It's sort of the brain network that's active when your mind is wandering, ruminating, thinking about yourself, kind of the seat of the ego chatter.
Ah, the inner monologue that never shuts up.
That's the one. Research by people like Judson Brewer and Richard Davidson suggests meditation helps quiet this network down, loosens its grip.
So less ego chatter.
Less ego chatter, which makes it way easier to let go of old identities, old stories about yourself, and step into the new self-concept that matches your desires.
Wow. It really drives home that phrase you use. Meditation makes the mind your ally, not your saboteur.
Exactly. It's not just about relaxation. It's about actively training your mind to support the life you want to create.
That is powerful stuff. Okay, so the benefits are clear. The science is there.
Yeah.
Yet so many people hit roadblocks. These common ideas, these myths about meditation, they create this static,
Oh, totally. They really prevent people from starting or sticking with it.
So let's clear some of that static. Let's debug a few of the biggest meditation myths right now.
Good idea. Myth number 1, probably the biggest barrier. I need, 20 minutes of total silence sitting perfectly still to do it right.
Right. And who has that every day?
Exactly. It feels completely unattainable for most people. So the reframe here is crucial. Any amount counts. Seriously. Even 2 or 3 conscious breaths.
Just 2 breaths.
Absolutely. A pause before you check your email. A moment of awareness while you're waiting for the kettle to boil. Those brief moments, they count. They build the muscle. Flexibility is key. Forget duration. Think consistency.
Okay, that's a relief. Consistency over intensity.
Totally. Next myth. I can't clear my mind. My thoughts are too crazy, so I'm just bad at meditation.
Yeah, the I failed feeling again.
Right. But like we said earlier, the goal isn't an empty mind. That's not failure. That's normal. Your job, if you want to call it that, is just to notice the thoughts.
Observe them.
Observe them without getting tangled up. See a thought, acknowledge it, maybe label it thinking, and then gently bring your focus back to your breath or whatever your anchor is. That is the practice, the noticing and returning.
Okay, noticing and returning, not thought stopping.
Got it.
What about guided meditations? Are they, cheating? A crutch?
Yes, the guided meditation is a crutch. Myth. Nope, not a crutch. Think of them as training wheels or a helpful guide.
Okay.
They provide structure, they give your mind something to follow, they can keep you anchored, especially when you're starting out. They can be incredibly helpful.
Makes sense.
Some people love them and use them long term. Others eventually prefer to practice in silence or self-guide. Both ways are totally valid, totally effective. It's about finding what works for you.
So no wrong way, really.
Pretty much. The key takeaway from all this myth busting is don't get hung up on how it looks or how long it lasts. The important part is the consistent intention, that gentle return to presence again and again, even for a moment. That's what rewires things.
Okay, so we've busted the myths. It doesn't have to be long. Your mind doesn't have to be silent.
Yeah.
And guided is fine. So what does this mean for you listening right now? How do you actually start?
Yeah, let's make it practical.
Because the key really seems to be consistency, right? Not trying to climb Mount Everest on day one.
Exactly. Start small, make it easy. Here are a few super simple ways to begin.
Okay.
First, micro-meditations. We touched on this. Literally, just pausing for 2, 3, maybe 5 conscious breaths, anytime. Waiting in line at a red light before a tricky conversation. Just pause, breathe in, breathe out, notice it.
Simple. Doable.
Very doable. Second, a quick body scan. You don't need 30 minutes. Just sit or lie down for a couple of minutes. Start at your head, quickly scan down your body, notice any tension. Breathe into it, try to soften it. It builds awareness of where you hold stress.
Nice. Okay.
Third, try a mantra. Pick a simple word or phrase like calm or peace or I am aligned. Silently repeat it to yourself for a minute or 2. It gives your mind something simple to focus on instead of the usual chatter.
Like an anchor.
Exactly, an anchor. Fourth, gentle visualization. Don't strain. Just bring to mind the feeling of something you want. How does it feel to already have it? Hold that feeling gently for a short time.
Focus on the feeling.
The feeling is key. And finally, moving meditation. You don't have to sit still. Pay full attention while doing something simple, like washing dishes, feel the water, smell the soap. Or walk slowly, noticing your feet on the ground, the air on your skin. Bring presence to movement.
Love that. So lots of options, really.
Loads. Find one that feels easy and just try it consistently, even if it's just for a minute a day to start.
Okay, so now let's actually try something together. Right now, meditation can feel serious, but it can also be playful, kind of curious.
Yeah, let's shake it up a bit.
We're going to lead you through a few really brief, maybe slightly unusual interactive prompts, just to bring you into the moment instantly. If you're somewhere you feel safe and comfortable doing so, just follow along.
All right, first one. Let's try the elevator of breath. So if you're comfortable, just gently close your eyes or soften your gaze. Now imagine each time you breathe in, it's like an elevator smoothly rising up through your body, from your toes, all the way up to the crown of your head. And each time you breathe out, the elevator gently descends, back down. Just notice the ride. Are there any floors, parts of your body where the ride feels smooth? Anywhere it feels a bit sticky or tense? No need to fix anything. Just observe the journey of your breath. Up and down. Take one more ride. Up and down.
Nice. Okay, now let's try the invisible orchestra. Keeping that soft gaze or eyes closed, just listen. Really listen to all the sounds around you right now. The hum of electronics, maybe traffic outside, birds, silence, whatever's there. Imagine all these sounds are instruments in a unique orchestra playing just for you. Now imagine you are the conductor, inside your mind, or even with tiny movements if you like. Maybe raise your eyebrows slightly for the high-pitched sounds. Soften your jaw for the low rumbles. Maybe open your palms slightly for the background hum. Just conduct your symphony of sound for a moment.
Beautiful. And one more quick one. Bubble wrap awareness. Imagine your whole body is loosely wrapped in that satisfying, poppable bubble wrap. Each little bubble represents a sensation, maybe a point of tension, or just awareness. Now, with your mind's focus, gently pop a few bubbles. Maybe one on your shoulder. Pop. Feel that little release. Maybe one in your chest. Pop. One in your lower back. Pop. Just mentally pop a few tension bubbles with your awareness and your breath.
Notice how even just those few seconds of playful focus can really shift things.
Yeah, it just cuts through the usual mental noise, doesn't it? Brings you right here, right now.
Okay, so let's take that feeling of presence, that awareness, and gently guide it towards intention. We'll do a short guided visualization now called the still pond.
So again, just find a comfortable position. Let your hands rest loosely. And if it feels right, allow your eyes to gently close. Slowly, calmly. Let's take 3 slow, easy breaths together. Breathing in through your nose, perhaps holding gently for a moment, and then sighing the breath out softly through your mouth. Let your body settle with each exhale. Another slow breath in, and let it go. One more. Deep inhale, and release. Now just imagine yourself standing in a quiet, peaceful clearing. Maybe there's soft light, fresh air. And before you is a wide, perfectly still pond. Its surface is like glass reflecting the sky, maybe some trees. Just take a moment to notice the details, the color of the water, the feeling of the air. Any distant sounds or smells. As you gaze at the pond, notice that thoughts might still arise in your mind. See them simply as gentle ripples moving across the surface of the pond. And they fade away. You don't need to chase them or push them away, just let them ripple. Beneath these surface ripples, notice the deep, vast stillness of the water below. Perfectly calm, clear, untouched. This represents the deep inner stillness that is always within you, beneath the busy mind. Just rest your awareness in that quiet depth for a moment. Feel its peace. Now gently bring to mind something you wish to manifest. It could be an image, a word, a feeling, something you truly desire. Imagine this desire as a beautiful, smooth, perfectly formed pebble held gently in the palm of your hand. Feel its shape, its coolness, its potential. When you're ready, with loving intention, gently drop this pebble your desire into the very center of the still pond. Watch as it sinks gracefully down into the calm depths, sending out soft, expanding ripples across the surface, ripples of your intention spreading out into the universe. There's nothing more you need to do, simply trust the ripples. Trust that your intention has been received by the stillness. Feel peaceful, open, receptive. Silently, you might affirm to yourself, what I desire is already on its way. I am calm, I am aligned, I am open to receive. Feel that sense of trust and allowing settle within you. And now, slowly, gently begin to bring your awareness back. Back to the feeling of your body. Back to your breath, maybe deepening it slightly. Wiggle your fingers and your toes gently. When you feel ready, slowly and gently open your eyes, bringing that sense of calm and trust back with you into your day.
Wow, that was lovely. Even just a few minutes in that space, you can feel the shift, can't you?
Mm-hmm. That stillness is always there.
So as we wrap up this deep dive today, let's just quickly circle back on the key takeaways. What have we really uncovered?
Well, first off, meditation isn't about wrestling your mind into silence.
Right. It's about clearing the static, changing that relationship with your thoughts, so manifestation has space to, land.
Exactly. Awareness is the goal, not emptiness. Second, the science is real. Your brain changes, your body changes, it boosts focus, cuts stress.
And it literally makes it easier to embody that future self you're calling in.
Precisely. Third, guided, self-led. It's all good. Use what works for you. They're tools, not rules.
Yeah. No need to be dogmatic about it. And finally, start small. Consistency beats intensity every time.
Absolutely. And those playful prompts, they can really help keep it fresh.
Definitely. So lots to think about and hopefully lots to try.
Yeah, it's been a great exploration. So maybe a final thought or an invitation for you listening. This week, just experiment. Play with it. Maybe try one of those quick prompts we did, the elevator breath, the orchestra, the bubble wrap, or find a short guided track you like.
Or just pause for 3 breaths.
Or just pause for 3 conscious breaths before you jump into the next thing on your to-do list. Just notice. Notice how even these tiny moments of awareness start to shift your day. How they change your energy, your vibration. How they bring you more into alignment little by little. Because really, every single moment of awareness, it's like planting a seed for the future you're creating.
So listeners, if you found this deep dive illuminating or helpful, please share it. Share it with someone you know, maybe someone who's been asking that question, why isn't this working for me? Until next time, everyone, keep exploring, keep aligning, and keep vibrating high.
Bye for now.